My screen is visible. Screen is visible. Please respond. Okay. Okay. So let's start with this. So I hope earlier all the things is clear. Earlier, ma'am, your voice is very low. Now, hello. All right. Okay. So hope this part is clear to you. Okay. This part is clear to you, right? Method, how we have found out this 500 and 700. Now let's move to analysis of the members. Okay. So I am at screen 41. Okay, 41 phase. So method of joins. Each member of the trust can be in one of three conditions. It can be in compression. That means it will be pushing on each end where it is connected. So either your member will be in compression or it is in tension. There will be three conditions. Okay. Sometimes your member will be in compression. Okay. It will be pushing on each end where it will be connected, or it will be in tension. Okay. It will be pulling on each when it is connected. That means uh, I have drawn a yellow line. Let me change the color. I have drawn a red line. It is visible. Please respond. A red line is visible.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So suppose this is your member. So it will be at compression. That means this is the your member. Okay. Compression means in this direction. Either your both the member in compression or both the member in see all the member in at each point it will be in tension. This is one joint A. This is one joint B. So either this will be in tension or this will be in compression, or it can have no force in the member. Okay, it can have no force in the member. Understood? So your member will in three condition: compression, tension, or it will have no force in the member. If the method of joints, we are going to assume the condition only yellow and red line is visible. Yes, uh, I have used red and yellow and red. Okay. Next, so understood or not, your member either will in compression or in tension, or it will have zero force member. We have discussed zero force member earlier, right? Again, we'll discuss zero force member means that member will not carry any force. So the member which does not carry any force is considered as zero force member. So you have to consider that the member are in compression or in tension, and if you find the zero after solving, if you find a member is carrying zero force, so it will be zero force member. In this method of joints, we are going to assume in this method of joints we are going to assume the condition of each of the members. Okay, we are going to assume the conditions of each of the members. Then we have to draw a free body diagram of the connection points, apply two or three equilibrium conditions to solve for the force actually in the members. So when we used a pin connection, we used an X and Y reaction to show what was being provided by the pin. It doesn't matter, it means that you can take X, Y, you can take Z, Y, anything you like. We are actually drawing a free body diagram of the pin itself, showing the forces from the members on the pin itself. So at some points you have to show at that joint what are the forces will acting on that point. You can assume any condition that you want for the members. I usually choose to assume that they are they are all either in tension or compression, and then let the signs of the solution dictate their actual conditions. So while solving a analysis, while doing the analysis, you have to consider a member either in compression or either in tension. Okay, so you have to consider either a member in compression or in tension based on you. You have to assume that your class are in compression or are in tension. Okay. Since we can only use two of the equations of equilibrium, the sum of the forces in the x and the sum of the forces in the y direction, our analysis pattern will dictate by the truss. First, we can look at all the forces acting on each point of the truss. Okay, we'll see at a we'll look at all the forces acting on each pin of the truss. That means at every A, B, C, at every joint, what are the forces are acting, we'll analyze that. It is critical to the analysis that you do not exclude either external forces or support reaction at each point. If you do not consider all the forces, then you'll get wrong answers. If a member is pushing on a pin at one end, it is always pushing on the pin at its another end. That means if I suppose consider this member AB, if I'm taking that this member is pushing here, this member is in tension. So this member at this point will also be in tension. It cannot happen that at this point it will be in compression and at this point it will be in compression. Method of joints. Conversely, if a member is pulling at a point, same line it is saying. At one important point, at any joint, you can only solve for two unknowns. Suppose screen is visible, 49 screen. Screen is visible. Please respond. I'm at 49 screens.
41.
41.
Why in 46?
Wait. It will come to 49.
No, it came now, ma'am. 49.
Okay. And I have drawn a red line to as an underline of method of joints. It is visible. Red underline under.
No, ma'am.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this line is important. At any joint, you can only solve for two unknowns. At any joint, you can solve for two unknowns. Suppose see the joint B. You will have three unknowns: BG, BC, and AB. Okay. So if to find B, you should know one of these: AB, BG, or BC. Then only you can find the rest of them. Okay. This is very important line. So tell me by seeing the picture, which two points have only two force members? At any joint you can only solve for two unknowns. So whatever the joint you select, you should know you have to visualize that which joint has two unknowns. Other unknowns are those unknowns. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to recognize them. Now tell me from the figure which two points has two unknowns. Please tell me. Please respond. AX, you can say A and D. Ma'am, I didn't get the concept. Okay. What about others? One or two students are replying to me. See, the concept is you have to take a joint, means at any joint. Suppose you are taking C joint. Okay. So at C joint, what are the unknowns? It has one, one, two, three, four. Right? One, two, three, four. So if you don't know these two values, you won't be able to know these two values. So they said at any joint you can only solve for two unknowns. At any joint, suppose this joint. If you don't, if to you can solve for only two unknowns, either these two, or either these two. Okay. So because it won't be easy for you if you don't know the rest of this. Suppose take the example of this joint A. To see at joint, you have unknowns AB and AG. You have one known point which is 500. So by this, you can find these two values. So see, the joint A has two unknowns AB and AG, and joint D has two unknowns CD and DE. Understood? Joint A has AB and AG, and joint D has CD and DE. Right? So you have to start with joint A or D. See, once you solve this AB, once you solve for AB, you will get the AB and AG value, right? Then next move to either B or G. You will have option either B or G. So see, at B, you know AB value, right now. So how many unknowns you have? BG and BC. So you can solve this. But if you go to G, see, here four members. When you solve A, you know only AG. But next you have to find three unknowns, BG, CG and EG. So it will be difficult for you. So while solving, you should know you have to solve for two unknowns. Got it? Now it's clear? His response now it's clear. Please respond. Yes, ma'am. What about others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, uh, so understood. So you have that I have discussed the visualization. So this is your visualization from where you have to start. Suppose you just randomly started with B joint, but you don't know the reactions. There it have three unknowns. So you how will you get right? So that comes visualization. Now to decide whether to start the analysis, we need to find a joint where there are only two unknowns. Okay, that is your visualization. In our case, the point pin at A and D both only have two unknowns, so we can start either by A or we can start either by D. Okay. If you thought that there were three unknowns at A and D because of ABX and ABY, remember that the force in the member has a line of action along the members, and we have found that ABX is 0. We have found out that AX equals to 0. We choose A to start our analysis. We now draw a free body diagram of the pin at A. Okay, understood. We have A and D as member which will have two unknowns, AB and AG and D and C, C, D. So I'm starting with joint A. So you have to draw a free body diagram of joint A. I am on the screen of 54. Okay, it will take time to load. Okay, because I come little bit fast, so it will when it will visible. It's joint A. Please let me know. Please respond. 54 screen is visible. 54.
No, ma'am.
Just
49.
49. Yeah, it will come down. It will come down. Just wait. I came a bit fast. Till now, understood or not? What are the things we have seen today? that during the analysis, loads will acting on only at joints, and your first step used to what? Your first step will be to find out the external reactions from the free equilibrium equations. You will be given some loads. From those loads, you have to draw a free body diagram for the supports also. Then you have to do summation of Fx equals to 0, summation of Fy equals to 0, and moment about a point at 0. By using those three reactions, you have to find the reactions. After finding all the external reactions and force, what you have to do? You have to choose a joint from where a joint where only two unknowns will be you have only two unknowns, right? So that you can do the analysis easily, right? You have to choose a joint in such a way that joint has only two unknowns. Now it is in 54. 54 screen is visible. Please respond. No, ma'am. Which screen is visible? Let me share once again. Let me share. Let me share once again. Huh? Now it is visible. Screen number 54. Screen number 54 is visible.
Ma'am, not visible.
Roll number 23. Still loading. Okay. Maybe due to network. So any confusion, still let it load for some time. Any confusion? Any confusion at some point? Please say so that I can discuss during this loading time. Please respond write in the chat box itself if you have any issue. Till then. What happened? No one is replying. Please respond. Write in the chat box if you haven't understood anything. I have in getting AX part. I haven't. AX part is that, see, pin joint has two reactions, right? I have one will be in vertical, one will be in horizontal direction. So I have just named AX and AY. And when we have done summation of all the horizontal forces equals to 0. So if you see the diagram, only horizontal force is your AX. So AX becomes 0. AX becomes 0. So we don't have that means at that pin joint we don't have horizontal force. Now it is clear? Hukato? Roll number 29, it is clear? Okay. Still don't clear? Text me in my WhatsApp. Anyone? So many students, no one speaks up. Sleeping or what? Anyways, 54, slide number 54 is visible? Visible now, okay. So I'll request you all today, because of rain we have some disturbance, right? So please go through the recording of section B. Okay, that day I haven't got any, not any, most of the time network was very fine. So all of you, 54 section is visible. Slide 54 is visible. A free body diagram of joint A. Free body diagram of joint A is shown here.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. You said visible now and now saying no, ma'am.
No, like your screen is visible, but not the slide. We can only see the participant names.
Okay. Let me share. I don't know what to do for this network. Now, 54 screen number. Method of joints. Section. Free body diagram of joint A. It is visible now. Okay. What about others? Okay. So see. Okay. So see, I have always assumed that the members are in compression. So I have assumed that members are in compression. So when you do when you assume a compression, it will be towards the joint. Okay. Always remember, when we consider a member as compression, see the arrows are towards the joint. If I assume that members are in tension, so these arrows will be in another direction. That is, let me note. So if I assume the members are in tension, it will be like this. The direction will be opposite. Okay, I have assumed that members are in compression. That I have assumed. Okay, I have assumed that members are in compression. So see, the direction of the members are towards the joint. Okay. Let me note. Change the color red. Okay. Okay. So see, this is the free body diagram. Two forces are acting. One is AB, another is AG, and I have considered that these members are in compression. Okay, and one force is already it is acting, which is 500. Okay, one force is already acting, which is 500. So this is a free body diagram. Now you have to analyze it. Since I assume compression, the force in the members are pushing on the connection. Okay. Now I am at screen number 56. It is visible. Screen number 56 is visible. Please respond. Okay. So now we can use our two equilibrium conditions to solve for the forces in the members. So see, forces are in 500 is in vertical direction, AG is also horizontal direction. So what we do, we have to resolve this AB forces in vertical and we have to resolve this vertical forces, inclined force into vertical and horizontal direction. So this will be one, this will be one. Suppose if I assume this as angle, so here it will be as angle. So they have assumed a slope of 1 by 1. That means your tan theta is 1 by 1, right? Tell me the angles. What will be the angle? Any idea? Any idea for this? Please respond. Okay. Let me explain once again. So see, we have vertical direction 1, 500. We have horizontal direction AB. So how will you have to resolve this vertical direction? Okay, sorry, not vertical, inclined direction into two parts. You always you have always seen, we have discussed how to resolve, right? So this inclined forces have to resolve, one in vertical direction, one in horizontal direction. Okay, you have to resolve. So they have given a slope of 1 by 1. So it will be 45 degree. So this is your 45 degree. This is your 45 degree. Okay, this will be, how much is 1045? It is 1 by 1, right? So this is 45 degrees suppose. So this angle will, you can take adjacent angles. So I have already discussed. So this angle, where the angle lies, this will be your cos theta. This will be your AB cos theta. That means AB cos 45 degrees. And this will be your, this vertical will be your AB. I'm annotating with blue color. It is visible. This vertical will be your AB sin theta and this horizontal will be your AB cos theta. Is that clear? I'm annotating. Visible or not? I have shown how you have how to resolve this AB part. Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have resolved this AB as AB cos theta and AB sin theta. Now it is easy for us to take the summation of all the forces. I have taken summation of all the forces in y direction equals to 0. That is vertical. So I have one vertical forces in upward direction 500. I have taken that as positive, so 500 minus AB sin theta. So we have angle 45 degree. That means AB sin 45 degree, and you know sin 45 degree is nothing but 1 by root 2 AB, right? So this is in downward direction, so minus 1 by root 2 AB equals to 0. So from this I have got AB equals to 500 root 2 Newton. This part is clear or not? Or should I explain once more? Please respond fast because I have 50 minutes time. It will be over soon.
Ma'am, please once again.
Once again. Should I explain one again? Please type chat box. Should I explain this part, this one once again? Please respond. No one is saying anything. What happened to other members? Okay. See, what we have to do, we have drawn the free body diagram of joint A, right? So we have to resolve this. This is the inclined line, and angle is given to you 1 by 1. That is means your slope is 10 40. 1 by 1 means 10 theta is your nothing but 45 degree. So this angle is your 45 degree. Okay, that means this line is 45 degree to the horizontal. Now you have to resolve this part. You have to resolve AB part. So this is 45 degree. If you take the adjacent angle, this will also be a 45 degree. So you should know where the line is means where this theta relies on a base. That will always be a cos theta. That means this will be your AB cos 45 degree. Okay, and this vertical will always, the other part will always be your sin theta. So this will be AB sin 45 degree. Now resolve. Now you have to resolve. Resolve all the vertical forces equals to 0. So see, if you see this diagram, what are the vertical forces? One is 500. Okay, so 500. I have taken this upward direction as positive. I am taking upward direction as positive. So that's why positive 500. I am taking the downward direction as negative. So this is in downward direction. See, this AB sin 45 degrees in downward direction. So I have taken minus. AB is AB, and you know sin 45 degrees nothing but 1 by root 2. So if this part goes to this part this way, then that means if you solve this part, you will get AB equals to 500 root 2n. Clear? If clear, then I'll move to the next part.
Ma'am.
Okay. So next, let's move to the, so see, we got positive reply. Okay, we got positive signs of AB. So it is in compression. That means our assumption was correct. If we have got negative sign, then our assumption was wrong and this will be in tension. So our assumption was correct because we got AB equals to positive 500 by root 2 n. So I have represented beside AB as C, that is your AB member is in compression. Clear this line? 57 slide is clear? Please respond. Slide is clear? Okay, it's okay. 50. If it is in 56 to C, you have got AB as positive, right? Just forget about the 57 slide. I have just wrote a C value beside this 500 root over 2n. I am saying that we have got AB as positive value, right? So our assumption was right, that the member is in compression. Okay, our assumption was right that our member was compression. If I get minus 5, if I have get minus 500 root 2n, that means sign changes. So it is in tension, and our assumption was wrong that AB member was in compression. So now we got positive value, so no issue. So we can write AB equals to 500 root 2n compression. Clear? Clear? This thing is clear? This part is clear or not? I am in 56 slide itself. Just see, we have got positive value of AB, that is 500 root 2n. So our member is in compression. What we assume it was right. Suppose if we get negative value, that means our member is in tension. Now it is clear? Okay. So let's move to slide 58. Visible? Slide 50. Let me share once again, okay? I've not shared the screen. I'm sharing once again. now say it will take time actually. Now it is visible. I am showing screen 58, solving for AG. We have found out the okay, visible. Okay, see, so at A point, at okay, at A point, what are the members? AB members. We have found out the value. Okay, next we have member AG. Okay, so we know after resolving the, let's see once again. So we know when we resolve AB, we have two member. One was AB cos theta, right? That is one AB cos 40 degree and AB sin 45 degree in vertical direction. I have wrote something like AB cos theta and AB sin 45 visible. So Kato, please reply. So we have to resolve all the next for the member AG. What we are doing, we are resolving all the forces in x direction equals to 0. So both the direction is same. AB cos 45 degree and AG are in same direction. And I've taken this direction as negative. You can take positive also. If you are taking this direction as negative, you have to take this direction as positive. But what I have did here, I have taken this direction as negative and both the direction of AB cos 45 and AG is same. So minus 1 by root 2 cos 45 is 1 by root 2 So minus 1 by root 2 AB minus AG equals to 0. And we know AB value is nothing but 500 root 2 n. Right? So put the value of AB as 500 root 2 n. Root 2 will cancel out. Then we'll get AG equals to minus 500. Now see, we have assumed that the member is in compression. But we got negative answer. So our assumption was wrong. Your member is in tension. That means free body diagram should be like this and AG direction should be like this. Okay, this part is clear. 58 slide is clear. We have found out the value of AG. What will be the force in the AG? We have found out that AG force is
Yes,
500.
ma'am.
We have found out that the force in the member in AG is 500, but it is negative. So direction, so it is in tension, and the direction of AG will be changed in another portion. When we'll solve for the other members, we have to take AG member as tension, and the direction will be in another direction. Clear? Any confusion? In the slide 58. See, I won't teach you again and again.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Clear or not? No, ma'am. What is the answer? Right? If you have any issue, any student, any issue, please write in the chat box. No issue. Understood? 58 slide. Understood? 33 student. No one says. Misal, what happened? You have raised your hand. What about others? Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are. See, numericals will come on this. Okay. Roll number 7, 30, 47, 19. What happened? Not replying. Understood or not? Am I audible? Roll number 29. Am I audible? Okay. Okay. Then have. Okay. 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 So I'm in screen 59. Okay. I'm in screen 59. Now that AB and this should be AG. This should be AG. Now that AB and AG are known forces, we can revisit the free body diagram of the complete truss and find another joint that has only two unknowns. So we have to see, we have found out AB and AG. Okay, then we can move to which point? We can analyze this point B and point G. But when you see point B, you have two unknowns, BG and BC. You know AB value, you have only two unknowns, BG and BC. But if you move to G point, you have three unknowns, right? BG, CG, EG. So you won't be able to find, you can analyze it, you won't be able to analyze this G point. So we will move to the point B. Okay. Why? Because you know one unknown and two unknowns are, two members are unknown, but one member you know. So we'll move to B point. Okay. In these slides, they have discussed that we can move to B. Now my screen is at 63. We draw a free body diagram of the pin at B. Visible? In screen 63 is visible.
No, ma'am. 59.
59.
Just wait, it will be load. It will load soon. Yes, it is visible. Okay. So see, this is the free body diagram of this is the free body diagram of B. So at B, what are the forces? 500 BC member, BG member, and AB member. So BG and BC are fine. They are in vertical and horizontal direction. Again, you have to resolve AB. Okay, at B joint also, I have assumed that all the members are in compression. So see, when you take a member are in compression, your arrows will be towards the joint. So we have got ABS compression already. In the when we analyze joint A, we got positive answer and we got to know that member is in compression. So for the AB part, it is right. Now for the BG and BC part, so for the BG and BC part, I have considered that these two are also in compression. Okay. So what happened? So you again same resolving part. Angle was here, right? Angle was here. So this one will be your AB cos theta. That is AB cos 45 degree, and this vertical will AB sin 45 degree. Do one thing. This meeting will end in 5 minutes. So do one thing. You write your roll numbers in the chat box. This meeting will end in 5 minutes. So better you write your roll number in the chat box.